Hello guys, here I am again with we're now in week 4 of the BCF and I'm still undefeated. I'm 3-0 at the moment and I'm really happy about it. But this week I face Anthony, a really good friend of mine. He's also the founder of our league, and we're now in season 3 and he has won previous seasons, season 1 and season 2, both against me in the finals. So yeah, I think I'm currently now 0-3 versus him in league format. 2 times in the finals, 1 time in regular season of season 2. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to finally pick up a win against him in league format, because he's really a really great player. I think he's one of the best. If you think GBA has the best players, you have met Anthony. And yeah, his team are the Butterfrees, I'm the Trapians, and he is into conference, so it may matter for playoffs in the long run. But if I will stay first in my division, then I will clinch playoffs that way. But yeah, overall to the teams. You can see the teams here on the screen, and I will first go over the ones that he had on his team and that he could have brought, and which he got, which not. So he has Gyarados, Clefable, Q Black, Ray Nicholas, Crobat, Donphan, Snorlax, Electros, Registeel, Ursaring, Abomasnow, and Ember. So when I was looking at his team, I noticed, he also said it with his draft. His draft was more bulky than normal. Than he normally drafts. Normally drafts more offensively, but he has still some offensive threats. And I was immediately looking at them. There were Gyarados, Q Black, and Ember. And then I was looking at my switches on my team, and there weren't really that much. Gyarados after a D-Dance could be really scary. I think he would have had a move to play around status like Taunt or Substitute, so I couldn't cripple it in that way. Q Black was really a nuke for my team, didn't really have a switch for it. Because it gets so good, gets the coverage it needs. Ember also Flare Blitz, like almost hits my whole team really hard. Someone's not, but it gets coverage for it, like for Gelatin it gets wild charged, things like that. So those 3 months I thought, okay, they are coming and I need to stop them or revenge them or have something against them. And also I was looking at for Mega Lopunny, he has Clefable, Ray Nucleus. If they go defensively, they can really check Mega Lopunny. So I was thinking he probably brings both of them, and then one of them is for Lopunny, one of them is more especially defensive variant. I was thinking something along those lines. So and as last move I was thinking maybe something like Crobat or Donphan as a toss-up between because I could go the hazard stack way. That much because of the and they need to get both Magikarp. I don't know if he wants to bring them both as Magikarp uses this week. So I decided not to go the hashtag route, but I thought I would bring Crobat to Donphan, but he ended up bringing them. Fable, Blue Black, Gyarados, Nicholas, the Emerald, and Snorlax. Snorlax I didn't really expect at first, so I was thinking what could it be? I was thinking maybe something like Death or maybe Assault User, because I thought Curse looked at first really nice, but then I noticed I have 2 Ghost types, so Mono Body Slam won't really work. So I was thinking Curse probably isn't coming, and yeah, he ended up with those months, and I brought Mega Lopunny, the Amaldo, which is making his debut, the Aegislash, the Rotom Heat, Togekiss, and the Hydreigon. And yeah, months that I didn't bring were my Nidoqueen. After the match he told me he was expecting the Nidoqueen, but I thought it didn't have the best match up. A lot of his offensive threats could on a good switch could come in and nuke Nidoqueen, and Scarf didn't have the power that it needed, so I decided not to go Nidoqueen. Kind of the same for Crocodile. Crocodile also gets nuked by a lot of his mons, gets if defensive Clefable hard walls it, so didn't bring it. Jellicent, I could have brought Jellicent with maybe Colbur or something for Mega Gyarados, but then again he could run Taunt, could run Substitute, Q Black just kills it. things like a Fable or where Nicholas could set up if I don't bring Taunt, so I would have brought that. And then Excelgor had some of a matchup, but I decided not to go the head stack route because he has like Gyarados, which is immune. He has 2 magic card uses he's probably going to bring, and I thought he would bring head removal, so I decided not to go that route. And then Ludicolo, and Berkeley also didn't bring it. Those are like my NU ones more, so my tier 5 picks, and they are, when they have that niche matchup, I will bring them, but I thought that this week it wasn't. But yeah, Armaldo is coming, and yeah, you will see in the match if it plays a big role or not. I think I can go over my sets really quickly, because last game I did it when the match went along, and I think it's best to elaborate the sets now, because yeah, I will play around certain win cons in this match a lot, so it's nice to know beforehand what they are. So I have my Megalopony. Megalopony this week runs the return and the high jump kick as his offensive moves. I decided to go high jump kick because I kind of needed to also fix like Q and Black. Return just his main stab move, and I'm again not running Fake Out, I'm running Baton Pass, because I know yeah, on Lopunny either Nucleus or Fable is like obvious switch. If I can Baton Pass on that switch, I gain momentum, and that's really nice for me. And as last move I kind of run Encore, because if he decided to like set up with a certain mon, I can Encore him in that move, and then I can go accordingly and either switch out or damage that mon to death, or to when another mon can pick it off. Then I'm going over some other mons first before going to like the things like Armaldo and Rotom-Heat. Hydreigon, I won't reveal that much about Hydreigon, but it was like more of a standard offensive set. I think it was either 4 attacks or 3 attacks, Taunt, yeah, I think something along those lines. Togekiss this week is more of a defensive Togekiss. I think I decided to go more specially defensive Togekiss because it could kinda deal with his special defensive mons, and I think in the end I ended up running Mono Air Slash, like the standard-ish Togekiss set. Baby Slash this week is more offensively. First up, it's physically offensive. It has a King Shield, it has Swords Dance, it has Iron Hand, and as last move I was looking at Shadow Sneak, so I go Shadow Claw, but then I was looking at Gyarados and I kind of needed to touch it, so in the end I ended up running Sacred Sword, so no ghost type stab. And then the last 2 mods, they form like my, I hope to be Wincon, I don't know for sure, but Rotom-Heat, it's a dual screen Rotom-Heat with Light Clay, with Reflect and Light Screen, because yes, there are a lot of mons on this team that hit my team really hard, so I thought okay, maybe screens is best, and it's also nice for some setup mons on my team like Aegislash, and yeah, something you will see later. And it's as last 2 moves, it run Pain Split to get some recovery in if need be, I think, and the offensive move it run Discharge over something else, because Discharge is still 80 base power and it has a 30% to paralyze, which is always really nice. And then kinda my Wincon, I was looking at my mons, I was looking at what movesets they get, and I know Anthony is really a great battler and he prepares really well, like standard dish sets, he knows them by head, that won't surprise him. And I was looking at Armaldo and I saw something, I saw it gets Rock Polish, and I was thinking, Rock Polish plus Sword Dance, what can it do to his team? And I was looking, okay, Rock Polish, Sword Dance, X-Scissor and Stone Edge hit like all his mons really hard. Something it doesn't open after Sword Dance is like Donphan, but Donphan can be riddled, and at like 70% it still kills. There's only one mon that really could stop it, that was Registeel. But again with Registeel, I could, if it was brought, I could have whittled it first or killed it first before going for Armaldo, but I figured I still didn't have that much of a matchup, so let me bring this Armaldo set, and I really hope it will work out in some way, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't. But yeah, let's for now hop on into the battle. And first turn, I decided to lead off with my rotom lead, kinda to scout out what he is going for. He didn't bring food, he doesn't have ground type, so for him it's immediately okay, am I good? Being Scarf also do something, so I think go Rotom, he goes Gyarados, so that's really a nice lead. Right off the bat for me, see Intimidate, always good to know. Something to keep in mind in this league, we don't have to Mega first turn, so he can play around with Mega Aim or not with his Mega Gyarados, and that's really scary because like Bug type moves and Fighting type moves are like resisted by normal Gyarados, but super effective on Mega Gyarados, and like Stone Edge is super effective on regular Gyarados, but normal effective on like Mega Gyarados, so that's really something to keep in mind. But yeah, I think first turn I see this matchup and I think okay, it's like free discharge, I can paralyze the switch in or something, so yeah, he obviously switches out and I just go for the discharge. I think yeah, he brings in the Skyrim, it does do little damage, but I think no para, I can't stay in here, and here I do something not the smartest. Okay, so Rotom Heat can't really touch Skyrim, and I think he kinda knows it too. So and I think okay, Earth Power is like the obvious play because it hits me really hard, but like other options you probably would go for are like Ice Beam, Dragon type move, Ice Beam, or Earth Power. That are his three options in this moment. And I was thinking, okay, what would he go for? And I was thinking Dragon type stab, he won't go for. I have a Double Kiss, I could switch in here on the like predicted Earth Power. Then again, Ice Beam, Double Kiss, Ice Beam makes it really hard. But I was thinking Earth Power kind of use the Rotom, so it doesn't have to feel in there. And H-Slash resist both Dragon and Ice Type. So I figured, okay, he's probably going for the same Earth Power. And I was thinking that we make like an offensive switch and go into like Dragon. On the Earth Power it still does like 40, a bit more than 40%, but not over health. And I know like if he's rival, then if he's Scarf, it does way less damage and at least so I decided, okay, let me just go into a Dragon, and yeah, he just goes for Ice Beam, and I figured, okay, I fucked up. I should have really went into H-Slash here, and yeah, it isn't looking great for me at this point. I'm up early I'm down 5-6, but I know his Q is life up, so that's really good to know. That means things like Mega Lopunny, you can outsped it, and it takes life up damage every time it hits, so that's nice to know. And at this point in time, I think I go into Lopunny because I know I'm fast, I know I can go with Mega Evolution, and I just Baton Pass out there because he isn't staying in. He could have be a Lord and stayed in, but then again Baton Pass and I could like switch accordingly, and I bring out Aegislash here on the Clefable, and I was thinking, okay, should I go Iron Head first? But I was looking at max defensive Clefable, which he probably is because he switched in on Lopunny, and yeah, Iron Head at this range wouldn't, at 100% wouldn't kill, and yeah, Flamethrower would do like really a lot of damage in my Blade form, and I have a bit of EVs in my Aegislash, so I outspeed this Clefable. So I think, okay, let me just set up a Swords Dance here, because after Swords Dance I kill, and in this in shield form I can easily take a Flamethrower if he decides to go this, and if he switch out we will play accordingly. So I Swords Dance up, he Flamethrowers. Luckily he doesn't get the 10% burn because that would be really unfortunate. He decides to switch into his Ember. I go for the Iron Head, really just stand on display, and it does overhealth, and I'm calculating, well, it does a lot, but my calc said it would do even more. But it ended up that he was being max HP Ember, and that Ember kind of was there to take on my Aegis Slash, and I was like, here, okay, kind of expects me to have, I could go Shadow Sneak here, it would kill at this range if I had Shadow Sneak. I could go with like an offensive move, but if I attack here, I fear the Sucker Punch here. Sucker Punch is generally run on Ember, and it would really be a great play here. So I think, okay, let me go for a safe King Shield, because Sucker is then negated, and in my shield form, if he suckers then, and I attack, I can take a Sucker Punch in my shield form. But he makes the great play, and I totally forgot this mom can also run this move, and that's called Will-O-Wisp. So he burns my Aegis Slash, and I'm thinking, oh no, it's looking like I'm down 6-4 again already, because I could switch out here, but yeah, what's my switch to a Flare Blitz from an Ember? Doesn't really have that. So, but Ember is low now, so that's nice, but I have lost 2 of my big offensive mons, and I've only left Lopunny and yeah, the Armaldo. But the problem with Lopunny is it's kind of walled by the Fable, so I have to play around. So at this point in time, I'm thinking, okay, I need to focus, I need to get back at this match, and I need to put all my eggs in the basket of Armaldo. And so what do? I go into Lopunny, I can scare his Ember out, and I just play it safe here. If he decided to do something else, I just return here, looking at the damage on the Fable, see, okay, it's leftover, it's probably going to heal himself, let me Baton Pass out into Rotom Heat, bit of scouting if he decided to switch, and yeah, at this point I'm thinking, okay, let me just go for screens. If he decides to combine or something, first light screen, then reflect on Snorlax, and then Snorlax will Spurs. Because my ghost types are down, and I didn't quite expect the curse, because I felt the first generally the best sleep thought of the curse, and then some body slam return, and I was like, okay, what is he doing? And I wanted to reflect this up, so I think, okay, let me just go with Lopunny and spare this goes for body slam. Luckily it doesn't get paralyzed, because that would be really unfortunate on Lopunny, because I need the speed on Lopunny to outspeed certain mons. And yeah, I just go for safe high jump kick, because I thought maybe he would stay in, because he is still at +1 defense. He could take a high jump here. Yeah, he can take easily returns, and if he decided to throw a body slam again, some of my other monsters won't take it. So play it safe, then Baton Pass again on his kind of predicted softball, and here it is. I know I have 3 turns of light screen and like 4 turns of reflect up, and I think, okay, this is like my only chance. He might switch, so let me first go for the Rock Polish, and he decided not to switch, and here the screens really help me, because after screens it only does 22%, get special attack drop, doesn't matter. Go for Swords Dance, and here I think I want as much turns as I can get with the screen, so I decided not to go for another something like Swords Dance, but I decided just to go for my kills here. I could have went for like another one, but yeah, maybe that was the best play, maybe not. But yeah, he doesn't really have a Stone Edge switch, so luckily the first Stone Edge connects, Ember goes down, I'm Life Orb, so I take damage every turn. That's also kind of a reason why I didn't go for Swords Dance again, because I would take another Moonblast, put again 20%, and with Life Orb I'm already willing myself. And here's a big turn, because he goes into Gyarados, gets the Intimidate drop, and I'm calcing. And Stone Edge on regular Gyarados kills. Stone Edge on offensive Mega Gyarados has kinda a chance to kill, like 50-50. And yeah, but also something he could do is like switch out, and he doesn't really have a Stone Edge resist, so I think okay, Stone Edge is the best play because everything he switches out into would be really damaged by Stone Edge. I could go greedy and Sword Stance here, but I thought that would be a bit too much, and it looks like Stone Edge might be the best play here, and maybe it is. But in my mind I was thinking maybe his Mega Gyarados is like more bulky, and he knows he can take this Stone Edge, he knows he can set up here and then outspeed my Amaldo, because with +1 and Gyarados can still outspeed because Amaldo's speed isn't that great even after +2, and that would be really scary for my team, and I quite didn't want that. And yeah, DDing in regular form, he could do that and predicting my X-Scissor, but Stone Edge is in general the best play. So I think, okay, let me go for X-Scissor here, and I get a guaranteed kill if he Megas. If he does Mega, I think that might be game, but I don't think he will risk that, as Stone Edge is the obvious and best play. So he Megas, I go for the X-Scissor, and I clean takes him out. So I was really happy here, but still Amaldo is now at +1 attack, and screens are down. So and Snorlax comes in, and Snorlax can take Stone Edge. So I go for Stone Edge, and he takes it, and he goes for Crunch. So he feels Crunch here, and I get why he goes for Crunch, because Body Slam is resisted would do less. Crunch puts me in like another life walk that takes me out. And yeah, so he was like Rest, Curse, Crunch, and Body Slam. So it was a really nice set. The only thing then is Rest, you take 2 sleep turns, so you have to keep that in mind, that he could have been Rest with Gesto, and then yeah, he would have been really scary. So it was something I quite loved. But luckily it didn't happen. And then I went for safe exit of this, double down. Amaldo picking up 3 kills, it's looking like 2-3 at the moment, and we still both have I have Mega Lopunny, he has the Pure and Black, that are the main offensive threats, and then we have maybe like support options, but we haven't seen real Nicholas. That might be offensively, it might be defensively. He goes into Pure and Black, and I thought Lopunny was my best play because I could Baton Pass out if need be, and Pure and Black would just nuke my other 2 mons. So I go for a safe jump kick if he decides to overpredict and stay in or something. And then I go for another a return, kind of banking on the fact that he would go softball, because to take 2 hits from Lopunny he needs to keep his Clefable healthy, so he kind of needs to softball up kind of on my switch. And at this point I think, okay, let me, he now has softball, he probably now will go for Moonblast. Let me encore his Clefable here, so he's now anchored into softball. And I thought, oh yeah, Encore, nice. But Encore in softball does mean he will just softball up here constantly until Encore is gone. I could Encore him again and I could return. But in my mind, I'm winning this war on like PP and on the fact that I could crit with my return. So just keep going for returns is in my mind the best option. If he decides to switch out his Fabled, it's also nice for me. So yeah, I go for another return. He knows he has to keep the Pure Black to like nuke the other mons, and he goes into Nicholas. And yeah, this return does over health, and I think, wow, this does much. So I was calculating he is probably max HP, and at this point I thought, oh, maybe he has brought this in the past, like a regenerator, Salt Fest is very Nicholas. I was thinking maybe it's something like that, or maybe it's just specially defensive. But yeah, so I think, okay, I can go for another return here. So I go for I return, he goes into his Clefable, and I think at this point we both know, I now have to switch because Moonblast is fairly obvious. He doesn't want Encore shenanigans again. I go into Rotom Heat, and yeah, Rotom Heat with the screens is really nice. It's unfortunate that I get the special attack drop here because it hinders the damage output from Rotom Heat. But still, I know I first put up the light screen because most of his ones left have the special attacks. He goes for Soft Bolt and I'm going for Discharge just to get off some damage, just to whittle him slowly down. I also have the Pain Split to later on recover, so this will take and then I think on one of the discharge he goes into the Rhinoceros. I look at the damage, it's 2-hit KO even after the special attack drop, so in this moment doesn't really matter, but so after the match he revealed to me he was offensive Rhinoceros, probably Trick Room 3 attacks. He could have been really he was offensive Rhinoceros, but I think if he was Trick Room he might I could have stalled out Trick Room turns with like my mons, but maybe he was just 4 attacks offensive Rhinoceros. It could have been that he meant that, and yeah, Rhinoceros could have went down here, but he decides to keep it and he decides to go pure black. And finally, after so much discharges, I finally get paralyzed, and I decided to also throw up a reflect here because if he wants to go for the physical move and then go into like Togekiss, because with the screens up he can quite well take a hit from pure black. And yeah, he gets paralyzed unfortunately for him, and I just go for Dazzling Gleam. But yeah, I said in the beginning I was F-slash, I think I was going for Dazzling Gleam, I'm sorry about that. And then he goes back into his pure and black again, it's 57%, and that's at the build from Dazzling Gleam. That's really nice for me. And then he only has Fable left, and he is not the Calm Mind to Fable, so I can just put him down here. Yeah, use up his soft bolts, and yeah, that will probably begin. He gets the special attack drop here, so I'm not doing that much damage. Again, another special attack drop, so I'm doing even less damage. So I now go into Rotom Heat because with the special, with the drops I don't do much damage. He gets a crit, so I'm low again, but I have the Pain Split, he soft bolts up. I think I put up a light screen, yeah, I will just skip some turns in. He reveals Psychic, so he has last move Psychic. He was 3 attacks, soft bolt, Clefable, just because he didn't want like Nidoqueen to have a safe switch, and then Flamethrower for the likes of Aegislash and then Moonblast for general coverage. So yeah, he now goes over to the Psychics, probably trying to get some drops, just clicking, and I'm continuing for going for Discharge, and at this point Discharge is a 2-hit KO, and he decides, okay, it's game already, so, and it looks to be at 20%, even after drop it should kill, and it killed. So yeah, that was GG to Anthony. This was it was a rough match for me at the beginning. I was down 4-6 early, but yeah, Armaldo really carried his team on his back this week. I'm really happy with how the Armaldo set played out, and with the dual screens Rotom to support it. I was really happy with that, and yeah, I pick up a trio win from Anthony here, and I'm really happy about it because he's like the best player, one of the best players I know, and yeah, it is always nice to pick up a win versus him, and I'm still undefeated now, so also nice, looking nice with the 4-0, looking nice going for the playoff run again this season. And yeah, there's a really great chance if we both make it to playoffs that Anthony and I will face each other again in the playoffs. So I'm always looking forward to that match because it's always fun and nice to play Anthony. And I think with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. So yeah, bye guys, and yeah, that was it. There's only one thing I forgot to mention in the previous week, and that is I was doing some power rankings for the PBA, But unfortunately that league, because there were a lot of no-shows, a lot of guys that didn't have motivation anymore, that league kind of was shut down. There were some other leagues started from it, but I decided to not go there as an analyst anymore, so you won't be seeing any power rankings from me anymore, unfortunately. But I hope that in the near future I will have 2 leagues every week, so the BCF will continue, and I recently joined another league and we're doing the drafting right now, and it's called the SVL. Still have to ask my friend Ruben who found the league, who made the league, what it stands for, because I still don't know. But yeah, look forward to also have content of that league going up on this channel. Probably just the draft analysis and the battles like the GB, like in the BCF. So with that, I'm now really out here. So yeah, bye guys.